get ready for Money Monday. So if you are not following me here on Haps TV, please follow me, subscribe, follow, share. This is how we, support and help small businesses and entrepreneurs that are growing their businesses by leaps and bounds. If you are not following me on YouTube or subscribe to my YouTube channel, please do that today as well. We have so many different things that are happening on that channel. I just shared a video on self-care and how someone blessed me, and I need you to go over and watch that video, subscribe and share. If you are not following me as Bad Coach Dana or on Bad Queens of the Roundtable on Facebook, please do that as well. There's a lot there too that we've been talking about for years, and there's a lot coming. So you need to go over there. Those of you that are members of the Royal Court, add people to the group. Just add people to the group. Why? Because they're going to get something that you get. They're going to get something that you may not have received, but they're going to get it. You're going to get it. And they're going to thank you for sharing them. So, Money Monday. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Everyone does a Money Monday, right? Or Motivational Monday or Manifesting Money Monday. And something dropped in my spirit yesterday, and I think I wanted to share it so badly, but I was like, Lord, I don't want to sound like I'm downing people or I'm crushing people, in the capacity or whatever they're in. So I'm going to share it today. And I think I've gone over the words enough not to sound belittling. I like speaking those things as though they aren't. Speaking things that aren't as though they are. Okay? That's what the scripture says. I have to find the scripture and I'll put it in the comments later. But I like speaking those things that are not as though they are. And I like doing that because it is scriptural. I don't like saying manifesting Monday, or I don't like saying manifesting. And although I'm still going through a little bit more research as I, really started this whole thought pattern about why I don't like it yesterday, I'm going to stick with, I like speaking those things into existence. I like speaking those things that are not as though they are, again, because it's scriptural. And that I understand better than manifesting mantras. That's what I'm getting at, manifesting mantras. And that's for me. I'm not trying to sound belittling. I don't want to sound like I'm downing anyone, but I just want to get out that if you don't ever see me saying manifest this or manifest that, it is because I really have to be on a scriptural base because of who I say I am and who I know I am. And so that brings me to some of the change that I wanted to give you guys this morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, Alicia, Elsa. Thank you so much for joining. So what I wanted to do really this morning is kind of move into this new level of business and this new level of what I know has changed me. And I want to try to give you 5 points before I get to my destination. And if I don't get the 5 pointers, believe me, they will be in the Royal Court group. I will share them on Bad Coach Dana, and I will definitely put on YouTube those as well. But here's the thing about Money Monday that is always important to me. Number one is setting your goals. Setting your goals and making them achievable goals, not just any kind of goals, not just, oh, I want to reach some people today. Oh, I want to motivate 5 people today. You know what? Maybe you want to say, I want to sing a song and make a track. Even if I don't sell the song, maybe it might be not a lip sync, but it might be a cover to Whitney Houston or a cover to Cardi B or something like that. But your goal is something that it can be achieved. It really can be achieved. And so for me, Money Monday is always about setting goals and setting achievable goals. Not just setting goals, let me say it right. Setting achievable goals. So that's number one. Number two for Money Monday is always know that faith without works is dead. So if you don't put any action behind, yeah, you wrote the goal down, but if you don't record that song, I'm going to record a song today. If you don't record that song, Are you putting any efforts in setting the goal, the thing that you wrote down? No, you're not putting any action behind it. And so it's really important that you put some action behind it. Why? Number two is faith without works is dead. You got to put some action behind it. I have had some experiences over the past few months. And one of the conversations I had yesterday was, this is what I know I want to do. This is what I know God gave me to do or showed me a couple of years ago. How do I make this work? And it comes down to a lot more prayer. And it comes down to a lot more looking at what I know to do, how I know how to do it, and the fact that if God is directing me, I can't be afraid of it. So faith without works is dead. Put some action behind it. And number three ties into number two. You cannot walk in the spirit of fear. So again, when you're talking about Money Monday, and you're probably saying, this ain't got nothing to do with making no money, Dana. Okay, yes, it does. Because if you are in fear of what your tomorrow looks like, you won't make that money today. I'm gonna say that again. If you are in fear of what tomorrow looks like, you won't make that money today. You won't make that money this week. We do follow up Friday, and I always say follow up to whatever you've set out, whatever you set out on Monday. If you set out to lay a track on Friday, you better have laid a track. You don't have to give it to nobody. I never said you had to share it. I never said you had to produce it. But if that's something you want to do, at least you've accomplished that. And you can say 2 months from now, you know what? I laid that song out. Let somebody listen to it. Let me give it to someone who will give me their honest opinions, okay? Because if you are afraid of what your tomorrow is going to look like, if you are afraid of being the next greatest R&B singer, I do not know why I'm using songs as an example, but okay. If you are afraid of being the next I don't know what the highest point is for a paparazzi sales consultant is, but if you are afraid of that, if you are afraid of what your tomorrow is going to look like, you're not going to make that money today. You're not going to be able to accomplish the goal that you set out to do today or this week. You're not going to do it. And so, one is setting the goals, setting accomplishment goals that you can accomplish. Two, faith without works is dead. Three, you cannot be afraid of your next level. Let me say a little more about being afraid. So last week I had my consult with my coach, and as she was talking and whatnot, I was like, oh my God, this is our last consult. I'm not gonna be able to talk to my coach every 2 weeks. What am I going to do? And I was just like, my mind was like, I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna be okay. I can do this. I can handle this. I can make this work. Blah blah blah. Right? I'm good at this. I know how to take what I've learned, and I know how to be strategic, and I know how to apply. I can do this, right? That's what I said to myself. That's what I said. And then she went on to say, so God has said that you have leveled up. So you need to move in that leveling up. And I was just like, huh? Oh no, she's letting me go. And she says, so that's gonna change how we meet with each other, how we talk. And I'm like, huh? And so she goes on a whole long spiel, right? But the thing was, she said that God said I needed to level up. And then she also went on, because she's a faith-based individual as well. She doesn't, say all of that in her business consulting or whatnot, but she is a faith-based individual. And she went on to say that you mentioned that you are this, but you're not doing 100% of that. So that means that you're walking in willful disobedience. Talk about getting slapped in the face. Talk about getting slapped in the face. And it really wasn't a bad slap, but it was enough. And so, am I not supposed to be parked right here? What the kind of, oh, Lord Jesus, what is this? I don't even understand anymore. This is crazy. Nonetheless, so here I am, and I'm saying, I cannot walk in willful disobedience. And I knew that. So all of what she said was just a confirming word for me to just do what I needed to do. And I was good with that. That was last week. So I had to deal with the fact that I had to go back over things. And this is why I had a conversation with someone yesterday, basically laying out, this is what I know, the two things that I'm supposed to be doing as far as business, ministry, and life, right? And so here is me. I was afraid. I was afraid of stepping out into my greatness because I was just afraid. Not because of people, not because of things, not because of issues. I was just afraid to step out into my greatness because I was afraid. And I teach people every day not to be afraid. I teach people every day to step out on fear. I show people that I left corporate America. I left a good paying job. I could be getting paid $30 an hour now. Well, probably a little more than $30 an hour had I not left that job. And but I did. I left that job because God said. I left that job because God gave me, He gave me a way out the year before, and I didn't take the way out, so I took the way out a year later. God said. And then I was afraid in 2012, but in 2013 I did what I had to do. Right? I did what I had to do. So I've been telling people for years, you cannot be afraid. And so last week, when it was put in my face that technically I am walking in willful disobedience because I am not fully doing what I'm supposed to be doing, again, there was this spirit of fear. And why? Because of everything going on around the world. We got corona, we got the Delta variant, we have vaccinated and unvaccinated, we got masks, we don't have masks, we got blacks against whites, we got police against other police, we got the community against law enforcement, everything that's going on. I'm just like, I don't know how to deal with that, but I do. But I do. So there's no excuses. None at all. None whatsoever. And so tying into number three about, you cannot be afraid of what your future is going to look like. You cannot be afraid to step off. You cannot be afraid of your next level. I'm taking my own pill and swallowing it. I'm making my own bed. Okay? Because I do know what to do. I do know how to handle this. I do know how to go from left to right. I do know how to do this. I'm not. There is no reason for me to even be any way, shape, or form afraid at all. Step number four, and I'm gonna get these done. I might be like 2 minutes late, but I'm gonna get these done. Step number four: in your goals, when you write your goals, especially about your money and the money you want to make that money like a whole lot of money. Like today is Monday. By Friday, you want to make $1,000. If you've never made $1,000, you want to make $1,000. By Friday, if you've never made $500, you want to make $500. Make it something that you've never made. If you've made 1,000 in a week before, try making 2,000. If you've made 2,000 in a week before, try making it 5,000. Number four is really set a monetary amount to your goal so that you can go forward and push yourself, because no one, and lead it all in prayer. Make sure that you ask God, hey God, can I set this goal? Is this something to take? Am I looking at the vainness of this, Lord? Am I looking at the prosperity part of this, Lord? Am I doing what you said for me to do? And if God says make the goal, set it. Set the goal. Hey viewers, thank you all so much for joining. Again, I'm Dana Williamson with B.A.D, Blessed and Anointed Destiny LLC, the original B.A.D Queen of the Round Table. Please follow me here on Habs TV, YouTube, as well as B.A.D Coach Dana, B.A.D Queens of the Round Table on Facebook, and join the group, The Royal Court. So I'm gonna set a goal. For me, I've made 1,000. For me, I've made 1,500. For me, I've made close to 2,000 in a week. I want to beat that. I want to beat that. I don't know what the number is going to be, but I want to beat that. So that's going to be part of my goal. And then we're going to talk about it on Follow Up Friday. So I hope you're here on Friday to follow up with me. But here's this other part. Step number five, or point number five, or motivation number five. And I'm battling two things here, so I might have a 5.5, but I'm battling two things because I don't want to be the traditional bad coach Dana. I really want to be the business and lifestyle counselor Dana that has always that is walking in her newness. Choose today to show up like the millionaire you are. Today is Money Monday, right? We've been talking about that for 15 minutes. We've been talking about the points that I wanted to make this Money Monday that is very different than some other Money Mondays. Okay. At the beginning, I talked about how I don't like the word manifestation, but I'm not going to beat anyone up about it if they use manifestation. I talked about that, right? So here's me speaking those things that are not as though they are. I'm about to walk into this office. I'm not at the tax office, office number 3. And I didn't do office number 2. I just did office number 1. But I'm about to walk into this office like the millionaire that I am. It is not showing up as a representative. It is not showing up false. It is not showing up fake. It is showing up as what I know God showed me I am. He showed me my future. And because He showed me my future, I am about to walk into this office as if my future has shown up today. I'm about to walk in here as the millionaire that I am. I mean, no disrespect to other people who don't want to do that. I mean no disrespect to other people who may not even understand what that is. But let me tell you, for the past 3 days, I've been reading this book where the character, well, actually, God likes put it back in my spirit, like, go read that book again. Lord, I read that book 15 times. Why am I reading that book again? And so, what immediately dropped in my spirit about why I'm reading that book again is because the main character is me. The main character is me. And the main character is somebody. Can I tell you, hey, viewers, thank you all so much for joining. Again, follow me here on Habs TV. Follow me on YouTube. Follow me on Bad Coach Dana or Bad Queens of the Roundtable on Facebook. And please join the group, the Royal Court, on Facebook. You'll get what you need. You might get what you don't need or don't think you need, but it's there. But I'm about to walk in here as my future person. This book I'm reading is me, although she doesn't have a whole lot of faith. You know what I mean? She is a Black woman billionaire. That's me. That's me. I'm about to walk in here and I'm about to claim all of it. And why? Because my name is Dana. And if you don't know me, let me reintroduce myself. I am Dana Williamson with B.A.D, Blessed Anointed Destined LLC, the original Bad Queen of the Round Table. I am a millionaire. And so are you. So have a great day. 5 points. Make it work, y'all. Walk in your newness. Choose today who you are. You are no longer poor. You are no longer walking in poverty. You are walking in exactly what you said you would do in number 1.